Hey, what's up everyone? This is Frankie with MeekSpace.com. I wanted to take a moment and show everyone the color Nook and the modification that I'm doing to them to enable all of the functionality of a normal Android tablet. So here's the color Nook. It's just a typical basic color Nook. The ones I'm getting are refurbished, but they're all in good condition. You can't really tell that they've been used much. So when you turn them on, they'll be already installed with the Android version or mod that I'm using. And I've set up some basic icons and folders and things and installed applications that I think are useful and are needed. And I just wanted to show you typically, kind of what it looks like. It's a typical Android. You can swipe back and forth. You can create extra pages. You can make folders. If you hold your finger here on the desktop, you can add different features to the desktop. Like for instance, here's a folder. I can drag that out to the desktop. And then say if I wanted to put this in there, I can drag it on top of it. And that puts an item into your folder. Or you can drag that back out, typically, to your desktop and put it back where it was. And then if you hold on to something you don't want, you can throw it in the trash can and get rid of it. So that's the functionality of the interface here that you'll be getting. Now the version of Android, it's a specialized version. If you go to the settings and about, it's a version called MIUI. I really like it. It's a real clean, crisp, good functioning version. The Android version is 2.3.5. So it's not a real old version, and it just really works nice and smooth. I think you'll be really happy with it. The applications that I'm installing, you can get rid of them if you don't like them, but Color Notes, Netflix, Evernote, Documents to Go, Adobe Reader, and then there's an EPUB reader. I can't ever pronounce it, so I'm not going to bother. But this gives you your main functionality. And then in Theocratic, you've got the Theocratic Ministry School Schedule, the Bible, which is the New World Translation. You've got my Meek Assist app that I created. You got Ministry Assistant, which is another ministry assistant app that I really like. You've got Ministry School Timer, Box.net app that'll let you get into your Theocratic folder and get your files. And of course iSilo. Now iSilo is just the trial version, so if you buy the Nook, you will have to buy iSilo, but it is functioning. There's the Watchtower Library. If you close out of it, you can see all the documents that I pre-install. I try to put I put all the latest stuff that's on there. So the full, 2010 Watchtower Libraries, the latest Watchtower and Awake magazines, the Kingdom Ministries, basically all the things I think you should need. And of course, you can always download what you don't have from Box.net. So that's there and ready to go. This is just a really sweet little interface. It really works smooth. It's a fully functional Android tablet once I'm done with it. And so you can go right to the market. It's got the new market interface. You can search for anything that you want. You see it'll come up with applications in relationship to what I searched. You can scroll through and you can download any of those apps that you like. So the market's fully functional. It's the real Android market. The internet, it's Wi-Fi capable. I'm connected here to my wireless, so the internet will work. Let's just go to... Oh, I went to the wrong. Hope that's not a bad site there. There we go. You can see it's nice and snappy, and this is the portable mobile device version of ESPN, but you can switch it over if you want and look at the full version. Let's see, let's try one we all like. MeekSpace.com, of course, we all love this site. So there's the mobile version of it, but of course I always, when I'm on a thing, I go down the bottom and go into the standard version so I can use the site the way it was meant to be used. So you can see it's a fully functional, and you know, you can turn it sideways like this, and it turns and rotates with you and everything. The only thing I noticed is with this version, on the home screens, it doesn't rotate because it's meant to be used this direction. But when you go into the websites or you go into different applications and programs, you know, it will rotate with you. For instance, if we go into, you know, let's open up Ministry Assistant for an example. And I'm going to skip past this. You know, if you turn it sideways, it does rotate, you know, the app and stuff with you. So all that functions the way it should. So really, that's kind of just a good rundown of the Android version MIUI that you'll be getting on the Nook Color if you purchase one that's modded from me. So basically, it should be a fully functional unit when you get it. It's going to have all this stuff on it. You're going to be able to download right from your theocraticbox.net folder. You know, there's going to be some learning curves and things that you'll have to learn. The one thing that about the Nook is, since it's not a real Android tablet, most Android tablets have little hotkeys built into it to go back or to bring up the settings or the extra menu functions. Since it doesn't have this Android version, the MIU, has a built-in functionality. If you hit see this little arrow here, if you hit this, you have the extra functionality buttons that you would typically have. And that's always on there. You can turn it off, but it's always where you can get to it. So, you know, you can go bring up extra functionality, you know, the same way you could a normal Android tablet. So that's how that works, and it seems to work really good. I think you'll really like the device, and especially for the money. So that's just kind of a rundown of the Nook Color after it's been modified. This is Frankie, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.